Dun 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 dun. Are you excited? Are you excited for Jennifer? Welcome everybody to the show. Dan here as always with another live interview chat. And this time we've got one of the greatest voices in history. And Jennifer Hale. I had to do it. I had to make the joke. No, of course, Jennifer Hale coming on. What a thrill this will be for me, guys. I tell you what, I've been a fan since Metal Gear Solid 1 came out. Naomi, and when was that? I don't know how long ago, but incredible to get her on. 400 credits, 500 credits. I don't know how many she's got, but it's incredible. And we can't wait to chat with her today. Guys, if you do enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. Become a member of the channel. Just like my incredible friends in here, Gonzo86, Craig Thomas, Maxi, Jade. Three of the best of the best. If you want to join the best of the best support, please do. Welcome. Come on in. Sonic the Hedgehog. I heard she was voice acting Rivet of Ratchet and Clank, and that's correct, Sonic. She is Rivet. We'll be chatting about that with her as well. How are you feeling? Staying up late again, Jade? Not too bad, not too bad. I've been working on the new setup. Just here's a box with a new Beast PC. Head over to my Instagram if you want to see a little sneak peek of it. I mean, this thing is incredible what this PC can do. I'll get the specs out and all that sort of thing, but oh man. I've been wanting this, a big beast of a PC for a while, so I'm really happy with it. And Jennifer should be joining us any moment now, guys, so please do send in your questions. And I'll try to get to as many as possible. The voice of Bastilla Shan. I'm gonna cry, Alan says. I mean, it's actually easier to find a voice she didn't do, I've found. Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's incredible, isn't it? Who have we got in here? B, Jonathan, Louise, Shadow, Sonic, Carly, Nick Blood, Canna. Canna's back in here. Good to see you. I'm hoping we get to say something in Ashe's voice for me. Ashe from Overwatch? Yeah. Pretty much she's involved in every major gaming franchise, Nathaniel. Yeah, pretty much. Mass Effect 5. Would it be called Mass Effect 5 or 4 or the next Mass Effect? What would you call that? I don't know. I'm doing well, Blair. How are you? It's currently 3 a.m. here in Australia. We did an interview with Courtenay Taylor a couple of days ago at this time, so I'm used to it now, but Australian time, hey? All right, guys, Jen's in here. Let's get it cracking. I hope you do enjoy it, and I'm going to be frothing it up, as they say here in Australia, mate. Keep those questions coming in. I'll get to as many as possible. But guys, I hope you enjoy my chat with Jennifer Hale. Jen, can you hear me all good?
I can. How
Can I
are
just
you?
quickly do this one? Oh, what a thrill. What a thrill, Jen. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I got to turn you up here. I'm doing very well. How's your year been so far? Better than last?
It's been really good. Listen, we've all been on a wild ride, haven't we? It's
Oh,
been an amazing year. Listen, I can walk and talk and pee on my own, as they say. So everything else is gravy. Yeah.
you doing a bit of renovating, weren't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How's that
Definitely. I
going?
Good. It's going really well. Now I've moved to the outside, doing a couple things on the outside, and then I'll have to rest. Bummer. But
So you're getting closer or what?
what's that?
You getting closer to finishing or what?
Yeah, yeah, the inside's pretty well done. Yeah, which I'm really happy about. And now I just have to finish unpacking my stuff. But that's the thing. I'll get to that when I get to it. I'm in the middle of launching two different things, and then we had Mass Effect and Ratchet and Clank. So it's a busy time. It's lower on the list.
You never
Yeah.
stop, do you? Hey?
Life is fun. There's a lot of cool stuff to do, you
And you
know.
and you got a new pup last year, was it?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
I did.
how
Yep,
cute.
Lolita. She's giant. She's 8 months old and she's the size of at least a full-grown shepherd already. So she's a big girl.
Is she what you call an anxiety dog like mine or what? Like just can't get away from
No,
you or she's all right?
no, she's a make my son happy dog. She's we had a dog his whole life and then she passed away, gosh, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And he's been wanting a pup ever since. And so I said we had to wait till the inside renovations were done and we didn't quite make it all that way, but we made it far enough, close enough. And so yeah.
That's awesome. And you've been reading a lot of books as well? You got any
I
recommendations or what?
don't have time. I
No?
have zero free time, honest to God. Between working and renovating and running the house and parenting, then I pass out.
Yeah, Courtney was saying, you should do a 4 hour session. Courtney Taylor, obviously. For a 4 hour session, have a lunch break, do another 4 hour session, come home, audition, and into bed.
Yep. Yep. That is it. We don't have the traffic now to contend with since we're working from home, but we have a million other things to contend with, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So were you still as busy last year as any other year or what?
I took a bit of I tried to take a break for a few weeks. I went from California up to British Columbia into a rental with no studio. So I was desperately trying to not work and I didn't audition for the most part for about 5 weeks. I was just holding everything off. And while I built this studio space. And so I was actually, that was like almost 8 weeks to get this thing done. So other than that, I was working away, which was great.
And
Yeah.
you want a few compliments from the live chat here.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm fangirling so hard right now. I'm speechless.
thank you.
Voice of a legend, says
Thank you.
Jade. Um, I mean, that voice. Oh my God, it's good.
Thank you so much. That's kind of you.
What I find crazy the most is the range that you can do. You go from someone like Rivet and Ratchet and Clank to Femshep to Cinderella to I don't know how you do have such vocal range.
Thank you for that. And I will say that it is what every voice actor you know of, most all of them are capable of. It's what we all do. We're trained to do it. It's our job. It's how we pay our mortgage. And I love doing it. It's really, really fun. I think it's probably people ask me what my favorite role is, and it's the range of roles I've had. That's my favorite thing.
How would you pick? How would you
What's
pick?
that?
How would you pick a favorite? You can't.
You can't. You can't. Although this year's been pretty incredible with the legendary remaster, and then Rivet is so like, God, I love that character so much. She's just amazing.
Rivet's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Are you one to look at reviews and things? Because I know Ratchet and Clank did such great reviews, and you're in so many games. Like, do you look at that stuff, or do you just take a step
Normally
back?
I don't, but with
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, with Rivet, there was some just mind-blowing stuff that I saw out there. Mostly it comes to my attention on Twitter. Someone will say something and I'll say, "What?"
Yeah.
And I'll go look at it and I went, "Oh my God, that's wow, thank you."
Yeah.
Um, I don't often because that's not my job. My job is to do my job well and to fully immerse myself in those worlds and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I can't if I if I spend my attention on what people think of me, I'm fairly well sunk, aren't I?
Yeah. No. 100%. B here says, I absolutely love your work, Jen. Ash helped me through a lot. I'm forever grateful if you would say it's going to be just fine.
As Ashe.
As Ash, yeah.
And what's her name again? What's their name?
B.
B. B. It's gonna be just fine.
There you go. Day made. Goku Neku, you're one of my top favorite actresses in the world, starting all the way from Scooby Doo and The Witch's Ghost, and always jump on a show with your name on it.
Ah, thank you so much. Yeah, I love that role. I love the Hex Girls. Love them. Anything I get to sing, I'm in heaven.
So are you missing the conventions at the moment, or what? Are you?
I don't know when I would fit them in.
Yeah,
Life
as you
is really
said.
busy right now. But and I have to say I'm loving doing the panels from here and the Instagram signings. I only do them every now and then, but it's
Yep.
wonderful. It will be fun though to see everyone in person when it's time. I am very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to Australia, down under here?
My God,
No.
it's one of my favorite parts of the world. I
Oh,
came
you
by
have.
myself first time in 1999 and I did a farm stay outside of Charters Towers at a giant farm in the middle of nowhere. And then I almost got washed down a river in a flash flood. It was really wild. And
What? Where
when
was this? Sydney, Melbourne? Do
it
you
was
remember?
in outside of Townsville, quite a
Ah,
ways,
okay, Queensland. Yeah, yeah,
Queensland. And
yeah.
I've
Right.
been many times. I mean, my son's aunt on his father's side is in Noosa, and I've been to Brisbane, and I've been
Nice.
to Adelaide and Perth and Sydney a couple times. Adelaide
Wow.
once, Sydney a few times, Perth a couple times, Brisbane a few times. I love that part of the world. I just absolutely love it.
Is that for cons, holidays, both?
Both
Yeah.
family, holidays, cons. I've wanted to go to that part of the world, to your part of the world, since I could remember. And I think first time I ever did a convention was in 2006, and it was in Auckland. And I
Mm.
didn't make it over to Oz that trip, but I did New Zealand and Vanuatu, and that was amazing. Yeah.
You mentioned your son. Is he a gamer? Does he play all the games you're in, or what?
No, he's never because he's just 11 now, and
Okay.
so I've never allowed him to play a lot of the games.
You a strict parent, are you?
Strict mama that way.
Yeah.
And but Ratchet and Clank, I have to say, I don't talk about my work really. It's not my identity. And he last year I said, I'm working on something you can play. I'm working on something you can play, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I can't tell you. He's like, that's annoying, Mom. I said, I know, but it's my job. And so this year he finally got to play it. My nephews have a PS5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Forgive me, it's allergy season here, so I'm like, oh,
Oh, it's
uh,
getting to you. Yeah. No,
eh.
that's fine. So reliving Mass Effect over the last couple of months. I mean, I watched the video of you, breaking down, getting emotional. I mean, that was you could just tell how special it was to you. It was
Yeah.
just how's it been reliving all that? Is it just flooding back memories? Is it bittersweet? What's the feeling?
It's ecstatic, honestly.
Mm.
I did not expect. I last fall, I just got a wild hair last October, and I said, you know what? It's the pandemic. It's been hard. What if I get together all my Mass Effect, everybody from Mass Effect who wants to come or can make it, and we'll do an online panel just to celebrate N7 Day, just to do it. And I had no idea they were going to be announcing the remaster. And so it was just such an exercise of joy. And then to find out they were remastering, I was gobsmacked. I was like, wait, what? And I didn't fully understand what it meant. And then when they released the trailer for it, Femshep was so present in that trailer. I was just obviously completely blown away and totally moved, and honestly experienced a level of representation I never had before. And it was great.
And I had Courtenay on, as you know, and she's a dear friend of yours. And how does it feel when she says stuff like "you paved the way for women"? And like,
it's humbling and gratifying and embarrassing and awesome all at the same time.
Embarrassing, really?
Yes, it's like, oh my God, it's not just about me.
Yeah.
But it's exciting to me because. Can you still hear me? I just knocked.
I can. I'm looking at a microphone and a beautiful painting, I think.
Okay. Hold on. That's my tapestry on the wall. There we go. Okay, now we're good. I do this all the time. I have to get a better setup. Oh well. It's my pre-construction setup, but I just have never changed it.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. I mean, I love to blaze a trail. I love to beat down doors, and that's what I really live for. So it's incredible to hear. I'm so grateful, and it's so kind of her. Yeah.
Do you remember your first ever video game role? Was that 1994?
Yes, it was. It was the video game for Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego. And I just remember I'd been doing the cartoon, and cartoons they're chronological, they're linear. This happens and then that happens and then that happens. And I go in the booth for this thing, and I remember they were like, okay, just say the names of, and I'm like, well, who am I talking? Who am I talking to? What do I want? I was like, I don't understand. They're like, no, just say the name of the flag. And I was like, okay. And they're like, okay, Jen, you better just do what they're asking. You're going to be here all day. And they're getting frustrated. I went, no problem. And I just did what they asked. And that was my first lesson. And it's out of context, drop in, let go of getting anything right, and just do your best and let it happen. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, any idea how old I was when you did that?
No.
You don't want to know. You don't even want to know, do you? No. I was one at that point, but I don't believe you can't.
I nailed it. I said one.
Did you? I don't believe that you're 50, Jen. There's no way. There's
age state of mind, baby. I'm 30 in here.
There's no way in hell. I don't believe it. Oh, far out.
That's the thing about voice actors, though, is we're all completely capable of still doing everything we ever did, as long as we've stayed in shape. And I vocally and physically, and I have. I mean, look at what D. Baker's doing in Bad Batch. I mean, the range that he's creating within us, that's the hard part. They're all the same, and they all have to be different. That is the hardest thing you can do. It's easy to do, someone who's older, and then someone who's a little younger, and then someone who's younger still, and maybe their kid, because they're all different ages, right? But when you got them all in the same age range, they look alike, like, that is such a challenging thing. Yeah.
So who do you look up to at this point in your life in terms of the game? Is there someone that you still look up to, or are you...
Oh, my God.
How does it work?
Every one of my peers. D, Fred Tatasciore, Roger Craig Smith, Gray Delisle, Tara Strong, Kari Wahlgren. I mean, Courtney, Sissy. There's just... Everyone is incredible. I've left a billion amazing, Julie Nathanson, I've left a billion amazing people off this list because they all have something incredible that they bring to it. I'm surrounded by the most amazing talent ever. I mean, Cree Summer. Oh my God, there's just so many. Yeah.
I had Julie on, and she had nothing. She just didn't have anything nice to say about you, Jen. She was just so mean, Same with David Kay. I mean, they're just so negative toward. I don't know what you did to them.
She's a sparkly unicorn. I love her. She's amazing.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, growing up, I obviously watched Johnny Bravo, Scooby Doo, Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah.
Spider-Man animated series. What do they all have in common, Jen? Do you know?
I'm in all of them. Just a wild guess since it's my interview.
Do you get that a lot from people my age or, around that age saying we've grown up with your voice? Or do you get those sort of compliments? Yeah, you do.
I do. It's lovely. I love it, I love it.
You ever get sick of it?
Nope. Nope. Are you kidding? That's like someone coming up going, your life was really cool. You did some neat stuff that I loved. Who would ever get sick of hearing that? Like, why would you ever get tired of that?
So back to Mass Effect. Where do you think they'll go with the next one? What do you want to see? You want to see? Obviously, I know what you want to see, but
Yeah. I want Shepard's story. I want
Yeah.
more Shepard. That's what I want. More Shepard. And you know what I want? I want a multiverse where Mark and I interact with each other. That's what I want.
ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe two playable characters, back and forth.
An
across-
MMO. Yeah.
Ooh,
An
I
MMO
love
where
that.
Mark and I coexist. That would be so fun. Right now, you kind of get both of us. Well, if you play the Long Dark, you get both of us coexisting, but we're different, very different people.
So when something like Mass Effect drops, are you? Because I know you're not really a gamer, are you?
No, I'm horrible at it.
So
I love to watch. I love to watch gameplay. When Mass Effect, when the remaster came out, I would sneak into YouTube and Twitch and watch people play just so I could see the gameplay and see what was going on.
do you think you've seen it all though? Because it's such a big game, all three. You think you've missed? You must have missed stuff.
Oh God, I don't have the free time it would take to see it all. I'm sleeping during those hours.
So do you think you'll ever go and play them, or what? Or is that just
No, I don't have the skill set unless they made it that I could talk to the screen and tell it what to do. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, okay. So in terms of voice lines, is that the most you've ever done for one character or one project, one series, or is there another character you've done that's beats that?
No, I think that's the most. That is the biggest line load I've ever carried.
Was that
Yeah.
how many years was that? 10?
I don't know. I don't count those things because then it all feels too finite for me.
Yeah,
I just pretty much stay in the now and bump along really happy.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Like, because I just want to know, like, when you wrap a project like this,
Oh.
how does that feel? Yeah,
I go straight to denial when that happens.
Really?
I'm pretty sad. So I'm like, nope, it's not the end. I'll see you soon. Bye. And because there's tears and stuff, of course. And it's like,
oh,
I can't go. I'll feel the feelings and then I'll move on. I will say that there was a piece, God, was it done for N7 Day? It was after we wrapped and then I came back and this is Commander Shepard signing off. And it was the thing releasing everybody into space and space exploration. And anyway, it was amazing. And then I didn't do that as Shepard. I got to do a planetarium narration for, which planetarium was that? Was it in Boston? Was it in, good Lord, I apologize. I can't remember the city, but it was fantastic. Yeah.
so for Mass Effect, it's all booth work, the whole thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I wish it was performance capture. Actually, that's what I would want is performance capture where I get to do the face and the body and everything. That would make me so happy.
But you've done mocap before?
Oh yeah, lots of people.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's some recent projects you did mocap? Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor would be one.
Shadow of Mordor, Halo,
Guardians, yeah.
and Knack. What else?
Really?
did I-
Knack?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, and God of War. Yeah.
Okay, so you've done a few, but you're
Yeah.
you're a veteran of that as well.
Love, Death and Robots. Love, Death and Robots is probably my most recent one. I think I can say that now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I got some questions here. I might get through some comments from all these lovely people. Thank you for helping make Mass Effect so remarkably immersive. Your performance in the trilogy is world class. It's from Kelsey.
Thank you.
Nick says, I love your performance as Ashe in Overwatch. Do you think you could say, "Howdy, Nick. Welcome to the Deadlock Rebels," in Ashe's voice?
Howdy, Nick. Welcome to the Deadlock Rebels. Let's do this.
People love Ashe in here. I mean,
She's great. I got to read her her backstory, the audiobook of her backstory for Blizzard, and that was super fun.
has Ashe had a short yet? The Overwatch shorts. She has.
She had a short when she was introduced with McCree. It's memorable.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Jeez, I need to do my research, Dan. Shit, I'm being exposed.
You've done enough research.
Christian said, "Did you enjoy being the commander?" I think I know the answer to that one.
Yeah. I'm Commander Shepard, and I'm my favorite commander on the Citadel.
Where would you take the story, Jen, for Mass Effect 5? Would it be Mass Effect 5 or 4? It depends.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you count Andromeda? I don't know.
That's a good question. I would take it straight to the amazing writers. Let them tell me what to do. They're incredible.
Did you ever meet Mark? Did you meet Mark Meer on the first game? When did you meet him in the process, by the way?
I think the first time I met him might have been the BioWare Christmas party. I flew up to BioWare for their Christmas party.
After the first game?
I think so.
Yeah.
God, Mark will correct me. Maybe we met somewhere else instead. But he's just, he's delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a wonderful actor. He's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still have to audition just to this day? Jennifer Hale.
Every week. Yep.
I can't comprehend that. Like, it's such a different world to Hollywood acting, isn't it? And just even with NDAs, like Hollywood actors, Chris Hemsworth, what the next 4 project of his is, and with you, it's always an NDA or you got to wait. Do you think that'll change?
Yeah, no. The most startling, I think, example of this is one of my early games was Metal Gear. And, it's one of the female leads in that. I think I made around 1,200 for the game, and the game made 276 million.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, if I was a non-camera actor, the financial trajectory of my career would have been significantly different from that release forward. But we operate in a different space. Doesn't work like that for us.
That is crazy.
Yeah. There are, I'm
actually in shock.
Yeah. Full disclosure, there's some stuff that occasionally I will get, I get stuff sometimes. It comes across. You're like, will you do this? I'm like, sure, let's do it. Or, you know what? No, that's not really my thing. Which is,
what do you mean?
Wonderful.
What do you mean by that? That's not your thing.
Oh, if it's a project like only once or twice, if something's like super violent and gratuitous.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Script is weak or it's misogynistic or objectifying people and things like I'm at a point now where you don't want me to do that because my heart won't be in it. There's some people who are ready to launch and they're full on, like that's their sense of humor. They'll go for it. And that's the people you should have. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Is it because it's such a competitive space? Is that why it's?
I think it's because we're dismissed. Our importance is dismissed by the bean counters.
Really?
If honest, I think the fans get the importance and the richness that voice actors bring. I think indie devs absolutely get it. I think when you get into your bigger projects, the decision makers who hand out the checks don't really care.
So do you think that's on the trajectory of getting better, or you're not seeing much improvement?
So. And let me rephrase that. I think there might be some who do care, but they just don't think that it makes a difference.
Right.
And I think it's potentially on the way to change, but it's part of a larger cultural conversation, which is that we are the middle class working workaday actors, right? And we're all in the middle of a war on the middle class from the corporate end. There's so much profit being siphoned to the top end of things. Everybody in the middle is getting squeezed down to the bottom, and we're no different than any other working job in that way. We're not going to get a lot of that kind of attention.
Wow. I find this so fascinating. I could talk to you for hours about this stuff.
Yeah.
But I know you're a busy woman. Golden Light says, Jen, your relationship with Lyra means so much to me. That representation was so important to me and it helped me come out. How does it feel to know the impact you've had?
It feels wonderful. It's such an honor. And I point back to the writers at BioWare. And BioWare took such a risk in those days to do that. Back then, it was a risk. So crazy. Like, we don't see it as a risk anymore. I mean, you do, obviously, because you live that life, right? You understand the risk. Talking to them. It's a huge honor to have been a piece of that. And I point back to those writers and those creators who went, you know what, we're going to take this on. And I love that.
Sonic says, can we hear that Rivet voice? I want to hear it again too, because I love Rivet. What a character.
I love her. You can, and we're going to do this now.
You must have had fun doing that. And
Oh my God, I had so much fun. And I was directed by Chris Zimmerman Salter, who right after I got my first animated series, I jumped into a class and it was her class, and she was a lifesaver. And to this day, I'm still intimidated when I'm directed by her because she's so good. There is no room
that's
for
what Courtney said. Exact same thing.
What's that? Yeah, she's incredible. And she loved this because she kept saying, it's you, Jen, it's you. And I thought, I know. She's a lot of me. Yeah.
And even the relationship with Clank there, and just how the story, like, it's just like a Pixar movie, isn't it? It's just incredible. The detail and the storytelling, though, is just top notch.
It is. I mean, what the writers do, again, it all comes back to the writers make the world go around. If there's any writers out there, thank you. Keep going. Oh my God, Lauren and Sam and God, the whole team, Lindsay, like everybody, and Nick and Max Fultman, like it was just, it was an incredible thing to be a part of. Incredible.
Pete here says, what's your favorite store on the Citadel, Jen?
My favorite store on the Citadel is the one with all the trees and the dirt. I think they call it Outside.
Nick says, I remember when you were a Black Cat in the Spider-Man video game on PS1. I remember playing it back in 2001. It's still my favorite game.
I'm so glad. Parker, nice to hear that.
You still remember the voices?
I do.
Oh my goodness. You must forget some of the stuff you're in there. You must.
That's why I have voice memos. Yeah.
Yeah. Emily, hi Jennifer, big Mass Effect fan. I know you said you don't really play the games, but is there anything that you personally consider canon about Femshep? From Emily.
That she gets it done. That's all I'll say is canon, because all approaches are valid in that one.
Tammy, totally Spies and the Mass Effect trilogy were my big part of my childhood. It's been a joy to experience all these cartoons and video games that you voiced in. Love you. From Tammy.
Thank you so much.
Canna, hey Jen, I confess I played as male Shep on Mass Effect 2. Much no hard feelings, but I always enjoy watching vids of Femshep. Great work as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I know you got to go soon, don't you, Jen?
I got another minute or two. We can chat for another minute.
Have you got any upcoming projects that you can talk about with us?
No, I can't talk about that. I worked on something yesterday or Friday last week. What year is this? That I was actually a little nervous when I went to the session because I'm a fan of the show, and that was cool. I don't ever have that experience when my kid and I enjoy the show together, so that was cool. I can't say any more, but it's really
and you're in. This is an audition. You're in.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in it. And I just started another series. I can't talk about it. I wrapped another one I can't talk about for Netflix.
Games.
It's really cool. These are animated series, and then I've got couple really cool games I'm in the process of doing right now, but I can't tell you what they are. But I have two personal projects that I'm really excited about that I'm working on right now. Skills Hub, and then my Patreon, The Haven. Yeah, Skills Hub is incredible. Skillshub.life. It's not .com, it's .life. We launched on June 25th. And it's a site for people who want to learn how to do voice acting, want to just try it out. It's also a site for people who are already working in the business. And what it's for, it's like a drive-through masterclass. You can go on the site and get 15 minutes with somebody who works in the business, knows what they're doing, and will coach you or teach you in little bite-sized bits. You can do 10 minutes, you can do 60 minutes, you can do dialects, anime, games, animation, commercials, whatever you want to do. You come on and book it.
Any of the guests or teachers announced yet, or in the process?
We have. I will tell you. I won't reveal names, but we've got teachers from DreamWorks, Netflix, Amazon, Cartoon Network, Activision.
Couple of small companies, yeah.
Small companies, people who work on projects that you have played, watched, enjoyed. We've got an incredible stable of coaches, and people who are the people who have helped those people get where they are. The people you don't know, who are the voice directors, the casting directors, the booth directors. We've got those people as well. So I'm really excited.
So what's your role in that, if you don't mind me asking? Are you just overseeing it? Yeah.
I come up with it, and then our programmer, our developer Bill, put it all together, and my sister Karen is our glue that keeps us all on track with everything we have to get done.
Nice.
Yeah,
get the fam involved.
Yeah. So I have that, and then and it's incredible. We've got some things in there that are wonderful.
It sounds incredible.
Really it's the way we've structured it is really for you guys, to move you guys forward and get you closer to your dreams. Whether that dream is, I just want to read better to my kid, or I want to take my career to the next level. Like, it's all there.
So skillhubs.life?
Skillshub.life. skillshub.life.
And that's live now or soon?
It'll be live on June 25th.
June 25th. Beautiful.
Yeah, and we'll be listed, actually, it's acting.skillshub.life is what you want to go to, because we'll have other verticals in the future. This is our first one. So acting.skillshub.life. And then my Patreon is the other thing. And my Patreon is my passion project, honestly.
Ooh.
It's a membership site, and I've traveled a bit of a journey in my life, and I've done a lot of work on my own soul and heart along the way, and that business is not cheap. And fixing all that ain't cheap, but I've learned a lot along the way. And so I created the Haven. It's patreon.com/Jennifer Hale is where that's located, as a place to connect with everyone out there, anyone who wants to have the conversation. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've made terrible decisions, great decisions, and learned a lot on the way. And if I can save you some road rash, that's what I'm here for. I have 3 principles. The first one is, let's reconnect you to your gut. Let's reconnect you to your instincts, your intuition. The second is, let's get you what you want. Do you even remember what that is? And then the third is, we are the ones we've been waiting for. No one's coming to change this world to suit us. It's up to us to take the steps. And when we all link arms, we can get that done. So,
can you be my motivational speaker, Jen?
Come and join me. Patreon.com/Jennifer Hale. It's $8 a month. It's nothing. And just come and be part of the conversation. Yeah. I read to people once a week, and we have a sit down chat once a month where everybody we're going to do it this Friday, the 25th. We're going to come into the Zoom room, and we're just going to talk about life. And so come on in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, Jen.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Very much. Thank you. You're delightful. And it was great to connect with everybody out there.
No worries. Before I let you go, is there anything Femshep can say to Dan to close this one out?
Yes.
Say whatever you want. I don't care. Anything. You can bag me out if you want.
Dan, you and I are going to take back the universe for humanity.
I love it. I'm going to use that in a promo or something, Jen, if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all. Have at it.
All right, guys. So make sure you follow Jen as well on Twitter. You got a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You're all over the place. Patreon, Skills Hub, everything. Make sure you check her out everywhere. And I look forward to doing this again someday, Jen.
Me too. Thank you, Dan. Anytime. Would love to.
Take care, Jen.
Take care. Bye. Bye, everybody.
There you have it, everybody. The incredible Jennifer Hale. Busy woman. Not many people get 35 minutes with that woman, so got to be grateful. And what a pleasure it was. Lizard, Tornado, Kota, Wilson, Tough, Joy, The Vegster, Emily, Ari, Kisma, Michelle. Did you enjoy that one, guys? Craig? Great ever, Dan. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Nice interview as always, Dan. Thanks, Jade. Appreciate it. Get some rest. I know. Rena, great to have you in here. What an incredible person, Emily. Oh, she's awesome, isn't she? Lots of fun. Very bubbly. Her and Mark are both just amazing, Carly. Amazing. Thanks, Dan. No, my pleasure. Coda, my pleasure. I love... Big fan of Jen, so having her on was a real thrill for me, guys. As you can tell, you know, I don't get up at 3 a.m. for nobody. You know what I mean? So she's a real... I mean, that 35 minutes, I don't think I've had a faster interview. That flew by. We covered some ground, baby. We covered some ground. That flew by. That's the quickest interview I've ever done. I'm so sad the interview was so short. I know, Tammy, but look at it this way. Would you rather 35 or 0? You know what I mean? So thanks for live. No, my pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Make a clip of Femshep talking to Dan. Oh, of course. I will. Very good job, Dan. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, guys. Thank you very so much. I have tried to get Mark... Marcus. I have tried to get Mark on, Mark Meer. But I just couldn't get a hold of him. I don't know. Does he do many interviews? You guys will have to tell me. I'm not sure he does. I couldn't get a hold of him. Thanks, Coda. Appreciate it. Major day, Carly. Well, my pleasure. We meet so many great people through the internet these days. I've had over 50 guests on this show, and I've been really lucky, you know. Some amazing people along the way. I don't know if you guys have seen how many of the interviews you've seen that I've done, but I mean, geez, we've been lucky. You'd be hard pressed to find someone on YouTube with 50 plus interviews with voice actors and gaming superstars. I'm not blowing smoke up my own ass. Maybe I am, but is that even the saying? Oh God, I've lost the plot, guys. Finally caught alive, 3 a.m. Haven't been able to since Magnus. She's so lovely. I know that the timing's sometimes off. You know, this is an unorthodox time. I usually stream around 2, 3 p.m. And guys, I will be streaming with the Hag from Resident Evil Village. That's happening Friday at 3 p.m. I hope you join me for that one. The Hag from Resident Evil Village. People wanted Todd, but it's the Hag. It's Carol. And she's already given me a couple of juicy details that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys about the character. If you're a fan of Resident Evil. Commander Hale. Bless you, Dan. I'll bless you, B. Good job, Dan. Long time no watch. How you been? Is Australia still locked down? Gonzo. When's the last time I saw you, Gonzo? When's the last live you came in, mate? You been gone. You been gonzo. I've been good, mate. Australia's Melbourne's out of lockdown now. We had a bit of restrictions. But I think Sydney are going to get back in. You know, going to have some restrictions as well. But we're right here in Melbourne. Whereabouts are you, mate? Located? Mark seems pretty active on Twitter, Carly. Or maybe he's just showing me up, Carly. Maybe send him a tweet saying, I want to see you on Dan's show. You just made my day. It's my pleasure to make your day. Would you ever have Ashley Johnson on the streamer show? I mean, I'd love to have... Would I have Ashley Johnson on? Of course. Getting a hold of her is a different story. I've tried to get a hold of her and Laura Bailey. It just didn't seem to happen. Very hard to lock down. But I'll keep trying. You never know, guys. You know, they look at some of the names I've had on. Jen Hale, Troy Baker, Courtenay Taylor, David Kay, Roger Clark, Rob Weedoff, Benjamin Davis, Julie Nathan. I mean, that might help. It might help. You deserve some praise, Dan. You're the one bringing these people to us. Yeah, I mean, some people don't realize it does take a lot of effort. It's not just like I, send a tweet out saying, can you come on the show? And they accept, there's a lot of back and forth, organizing times, and you got graphics, Zoom, organizing everything. It's, there's a lot of time. Yeah, the Hag's coming on, Kisma, that's right. Will you get people from Dying Light 2 when it releases, Logic? Yeah, I mean, the plan is, Logic, in all honesty, any big release to get the cast on, if they're willing to come on. With Ratchet and Clank has come out, and we've had 3 of the stars. Weren't able to get Ratchet, but we've got Deborah Wilson coming on, who plays Kit. We've had Clank on, and we've had Rivet. 3 of 4 is not bad. And for Resident Evil, we've had everyone except Todd. So we're going all right so far. I mean, the next big game, I think, is Far Cry 6. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get most of those guys on except for Giancarlo Esposito. I don't expect to get him on, but you never know. I mean, even 10 minutes with him would be amazing. I'll try, but I don't think I will. Tammy, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Can you get Brandon Kenner or Keith Farley on next? P.S. You're allowed to toot your horn once in a while. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. And now the names ring a bell. It's 3 a.m., so let me just look them up quickly. I know that's terrible. I should know who they are. Brendan Kenner. What's he done? You're going to have to spark my memory. Brandon Kenner. Oh, of Mass Effect. You idiot. You fucking dope. They're both from... I mean, I could go on a Mass Effect spree here. I really could. Do they do many interviews, Tammy? Have you seen them in many interviews? Let me know. I did have Troy Baker on the show, Michelle. It's funny, you go back, it's a great interview. We actually got an exclusive out of him about Kevin Spacey and Advanced Warfare. Great chat. He said he'd come back on as well, which is great. It's the one video feed that's just it's fucked. Excuse my language, but it's just completely stuffed it. His saturation's off, and just the look of me and him. For some reason, I just stuffed it, of course. But yeah, I've had him on. Go check it out. I'm very much a night owl. Got home from work at 2:30, saw this popped up and screamed, Rory. It's good to hear. Yeah, I'm a night owl too. The Reapers versus the Breathian Moons. Who'd actually win? Ooh. I reckon the Reapers. What do you think, Nightfall? You found a gap in the market interviewing these actors. I never thought I would enjoy them so much until you started. Thank you, Craig. You've been a big supporter, mate. I appreciate it. You haven't missed many lately, Craig, have you? You haven't missed many. You're an absolute legend. Yeah, I mean, it's a gap in the market, isn't it? There's a bit of a gap in the market here, and I've taken full advantage. It's like a talk show host for video game actors. It's a niche thing, but it's It's super fun, and the Resident Evil Village interviews, they just went off. I mean, hundreds and thousands of views, some of them. And the DLC's coming out, so you know whoever's in that DLC, they're coming back. Which I can't wait. And also Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil, there's another game, Outrage, coming. There's so many Resident Evils coming out, so it's a prime time. The actual Gus, yeah, I know, Tornado. It'd be great. It would be great. We all know it'd be a banger interview. He's such a great guy. He's a legend. I really pray I can get him on, but probably not. Yeah, he voices Garrus, guys. Sorry, forgive me. Yeah. I've lost the plot here at 3 a.m. I mean, if you want to see that interview, guys, you hit me up, remind me, and I'll get it done. Whatever you guys want, I'm here to serve you. That's my goal on YouTube, is to create content that you'll watch at the end of the day, isn't it? Stuff that you want to see, guests that you want to have on. I'm guided by you guys. Gonzo, the last interview I saw was Claudia DeMitt, and I haven't played Resi yet. Okay. Well, Claudia, actually, that interview popped off, man. It's on 100,000 views. I mean, it's her number one interview online. Obviously, she was in The Boys, so that helps. But that's a really, that one was really cool for me. Really cool. Only Aussie guests I've ever had on. So you want to see two Aussies bantering? Dan Allen, Claudia DeMitt. To be honest, I've barely seen them on interviews. Okay. It might be tougher then, but I'll give it a crack if that's something you want to see. How do you get the celebs to let you interview them? Would you say no? Yeah, reach out to the managers or the representation and go through that way. Yeah. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to head to bed. It's 3:45 a.m. This is probably the shortest stream I've ever done. At just over an hour now. But I'm always here to give you guys some content. So, look, leave a like, subscribe to all that jazz, guys. Once the video's published, hit it, leave a comment. Just say you enjoyed it or whatever. It really helps. Really helps it out, guys. But plenty more to come. And I hope you have a great day, night, wherever you are. Appreciate you all. And have a good day, guys. Take care.
In the interest of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their